Hello everyone, today we'll take a look at the best espresso coffee grinders in the market for 2023. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I'll try to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these espresso coffee grinders, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. Number 1. Breville Coffee and Espresso Grinder. If you want a Burr grinder for espresso that is easy to use and grinds your coffee consistently every time, the Breville BCG 820BK SXL is the grinder for you. This Breville model has a 16-ounce bean hopper that dumps your beans into durable stainless steel conical burrs to give you the finest ground coffee beans. There are 60 different grind settings, from ultra coarse to extra fine and everywhere in between. The precision electric timer remembers how long you ground your beans the last time the machine was used and runs it for the same time unless reset. This is great if your eyes are half closed in the morning when you go to grind, but there isn't an off switch if you forget to adjust something. You either have to wait for it to run its cycle or unplug it to get it to stop. It does a great job at grinding, but it's also one of the loudest machines we tested. All in all, we think this is the best coffee grinder for espresso this year. Reasons to buy: stainless steel conical burrs, 60 grind settings, precision timer for consistency, 16-ounce bean hopper. Reasons to avoid: no off button, loud. Number 2. Rancilio Rocky Espresso Coffee Grinder. In our opinion, the Rancilio Rocky Espresso is the best commercial-grade espresso grinder on the market today. This grinder features a hopper that will hold just over half a pound of coffee beans. The beans are transferred into heavy steel flat burrs to grind your coffee. There are 55 different settings, including slow speed grind, that you can set for the perfect grind for the kind of coffee you want. This machine is cumbersome, so you won't want to move it around too much. That is difficult because it becomes clogged easily with even slightly oily beans. You have to shake the machine to dislodge them, and that can be difficult due to its weight. Probably the most frustrating thing about this machine is the placement of the power switch. Its location makes it hard to operate the device and handle the portafilter at the same time. It is possible. It just takes a little juggling and getting used to. Reasons to buy: commercial-grade steel flat burrs, slow speed grind, hopper holds over 1/2 pound of beans, 55 grind settings. Reasons to avoid: poorly placed power switch, heavy, clogs when using oily beans. Number 3. OXO Brew Conical Burr Grinder. We have voted the OXO Brew Conical Burr Grinder to be the best budget espresso grinder available in stores today. Keep in mind, though, that this is a budget grinder, so it may not grind your beans as finely as you would like for your espresso. The coarser grinds will give you a weaker shot than the fine grinds will. This grinder's hopper holds up to 3/4 of a pound of coffee beans, and the conical burrs are made of stainless steel. This model has 15 different grind settings and a memory start timer that remembers how long to grind. Just hit the timer button, and it will automatically shut off after that amount of time, giving you consistent amounts of coffee grounds every time. There are a few pretty big issues with this grinder, though. Even though it has a timer for grinding, you can't leave it unattended while grinding because the beans get jammed easily. You'll have to shake or tap the unit on the counter to get them unstuck before it can continue grinding effectively. It also tends to spit coffee grounds everywhere, making a huge mess to clean up. The most concerning issue is the constant buzzing when the unit is plugged in but not in use, which can be irritating. Reasons to buy: durable stainless steel conical burrs, memory start timer, hopper holds up to 3/4 pound of beans, 15 grind settings. Reasons to avoid: beans get jammed, constant buzzing sound, not fine enough for espresso, messy, spits grounds. Number 4. AROMORY Manual Coffee Grinder. According to our reviews, the AROMORY Manual Coffee Bean Grinder is the best hand grinder for espresso. Being a hand grinder makes this the perfect mill to take with you when traveling so that you can still get your freshly ground coffee. It features 15 different grind settings and a ceramic conical burr mill. You can grind enough for your espresso in 30 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on how strong you want it to be. It does take a lot of grinding, though, so it isn't the best if you wish to make large pots of coffee. There are a couple of concerning things about this grinder. It is made out of cheap material, so it can break relatively easily. The markings on the grind dial are hard to see, and it doesn't always grind consistent grounds. Reasons to buy: ceramic conical burr mill, grinds in 30 seconds to 2 minutes, 15 grind dial settings, portable. Reasons to avoid: cheap construction, grind dial markings are hard to read, It's a lot of work. Inconsistent grounds. Number 5. Cuisinart DBMH Supreme Coffee Espresso Grind Burr Mill. The Cuisinart DBMH Supreme Burr Grinder has an 8-ounce bean hopper that deposits the beans into the burrs to grind to one of its 18 different grind settings. There's an electric timer to grind your coffee for the same amount of time every morning, but there's no way to turn it off without canceling your preset selections. The 32-cup grind chamber produces a ton of static electricity. This causes coffee grounds to stick to the sides, and you have to tap the chamber to get them to fall to the bottom. When you do this, coffee grounds tend to fly all over the place. Another annoying thing about this grinder is that after all the mess, you find that your coffee isn't ground consistently. You need a consistent fine blend to get that perfect shot of espresso. The bottom lip on this machine is pretty flimsy and chips easily, so handle it with care. It is also very loud. Reasons to buy: electric grind timer, 8-ounce bean hopper, 32-cup grind chamber, 18-position grind selector. Reasons to avoid: can't be turned off W/O canceling presets. Grind chamber has too much static electricity. Bottom lip chips easily. Very loud. Doesn't grind consistently.